Well, I think the Lakeside crowd are pretty excited by the prospects of this one. Beau Greaves has never lost a game on this stage. She's only ever lost a couple of sets. That's how dominant she has been in the WDF system over the past few years, which makes it quite weird to say that a player who's won hundreds of titles comes in as underdog, but that's what Deta does. The 65-year-old Caribbean queen who has managed to battle past Kirsty Hutchinson and Nicole Renault. Beau's not been playing her A game, she's admitted that. She's won 2-0 on 2 occasions. Kirsi Vinikainen and Jitka Cesarjeva accounted for. We know that Beau has got an awful lot more in the tank, and while we shouldn't doubt the ability of Deta to scrap and fight away, Lorraine Winstanley, it is a huge ask for her to pull off an upset.
Oh, it is a real tall order, but having said that, Deta's darts seem to be on the up at the moment, and Beau, self-admittedly, isn't quite on form, so it could be an interesting matchup tonight.
Well, this is the 20th meeting between Beau and Deta. The elder stateswoman winning the first against the then 12-year-old Beau back in Jersey in 2016, and it's fair to say that Beau didn't take too kindly to it, because she's won the subsequent 18 meetings.
Wow. That is some stat. They both know each other extremely well. They have played pairs, a lot of pairs, and won a lot of pairs events together. Beau sort of was tucked under Deta's wing when she came on the scene.
What Deta will do is take the sting out of the game. She's not the quickest player. We know Beau is so rhythmic and fluent up there. One of the most beautiful throwing actions in the entire sport, regardless of whether it's women's or men's.
It's smooth, powerful, direct.
And it's a throw that's even emerged after a bout with dartitis.
Yeah, I was just about to say that she has had struggles over the years. On more than one occasion, and she seems to come back much stronger and a better player each time. Takes some doing that.
Just so elegant, so smooth. Not quite as effective yet as Deta. First down to a finish. Three-time Lakeside runner-up, who I imagine would trade a lot of her other titles for just one of these special ones.
I reckon she'd trade most of them. It's the one title all the women want to win.
Single 20. Just looking across for double, treble 12. Would have left double 18. Not the ideal setup.
No, the slip with the last dart, missing the big number. Left her on the 39, so she's going to have to waste one dart. So Beau's coming back for double 18. Finds the double, no problem.
Well, missing 2 darts at double and giving Beau chances is not exactly the correct tactic to deploy.
No, against a player like Beau, if you create that chance, you've got to take it.
How do you approach it when you're playing Beau? Because you'll have probably played her a few times already.
Yeah, I've played her quite a lot. I love playing Beau because you know what you're going to get. So you've either got to be top of your game or you're going to lose. I can still be top of my game and still lose, but we have had some absolutely fantastic battles over the years, and I have beaten her a few times.
Yeah, she's only human. She's not
I was going to
invincible.
say, she isn't invincible. She is beatable, but not very often. Not when she's on song.
She did say in a pre-match interview that she's had a few problems with how the darts have landed in the board. We saw against Jitka Sijarova that they were standing up very tall underneath the treble 20 wire. A little bit like that. But then she just switches and hits 2 treble 19s.
Yeah, it just begs the question, if the release is just slightly off and making the darts sit up like that, it can have such a massive effect on your game. Something's just not quite right.
Fancy to go at the bull.
She didn't have to, but they're the sort of finishers that she'll just take out. And it depends how she's feeling. If she fancies a go at the bull, she'll go for it. If she wants to set it up, that's what she'll do. Everybody's different.
Double 16. She might not come back. And she will now. Well, it was a break of throw in leg 1. Is Deta going to break back? Tops the target.
Finds it right in the corner.
Deta Hedman is here to play. Last meeting that these two had actually saw Beau record her highest average against Deta. 100.26 in the British Open semi-finals. Needless to say, she won the tournament.
She's not going to lose many with 100 average, is she really?
Came 2 darts away from seeing Lakeside history in Beau's first game, though not from Beau, from Kirsi Vinikainen. 7 treble 20s, and she was agonisingly close to hitting treble 19 for a go at the 9 darter.
That would have been a superb piece of history, not only being a woman to hit a 9 darter on the stage, but to have the legend that Paul Lim is in the same building. That would have been pretty cool.
If you had leg 3 on your Paul Lim bingo card, well done. He'll be the man on everyone's lips in our final game. The early signs of this say it could be a battle.
I'm wondering if Deta's pace is just unsettling her slightly. She's not easily knocked off guard at all, but given the pressure that she is here, defending her title, in playing the legend that's Deta, just the slightest little things can niggle you, and she's not particularly slow, Deta, but she's not the fastest.
Oh,
what a finish.
Beau Greaves. 148. She hit a very notorious one of those against Fallon Sherrick in the women's series. And she's done it on the Lakeside stage so nonchalantly.
And backs it up with a 180. Beau has entered the building. Solid reply from Deta. Switch to the 17s there, so she can stay on the 20s to leave. Nice finish.
See more players do that these days. You'd rather leave a number ending in 1 or 4 than 2 or 3.
Yeah. I think people are finishing about the finish. People are thinking about the finish earlier on in the leg now, whereas you used to just score and sort it out when you got to the end. But now people are thinking right from the first 3 darts. Quite often you'll see, you know, throwing at the 20 and that 17 straight off. If you've got the confidence that you know you're going to stay straight down the line on the 20s, then that's great. She leaves 26, but I don't think Beau's bothered what double she leaves. There's nothing quite like hearing the roar of the 180 in here either.
It is raucous this evening. Double 13.
Great ball management from Deta on a previous visit, hitting the 105 to leave the 170. She's in. It's on.
We've never seen this from a ladies player.
Oh.
On the Lakeside stage.
I think the roof would have been lifted off there if that had gone in. She's back though to sort out this 29.
I don't think the scoreboard's right. She only just missed bullseye. Yes, 39. Yes. Otherwise, that's 2 treble 20s, and then your attempt at the bull is treble 7. And that wouldn't be particularly good.
No. Double 8. Hit the big number, Beau.
Well, she made sure of it. Sometimes when you're going for the big number, you take it for granted and it sways from one side to the other.
Yeah, sometimes you're not quite as focused because you're aiming at such a big target as opposed to aiming for a treble or a double. Great start to this leg. You think the area's so big so you're going to hit it. It's a bit like leaving 46, 10 or a 6.
Exactly.
Suddenly you're in 15. How does that happen?
It's about giving yourself the best opportunity where possible.
unlucky with that second dart, but great
we were both
readjustment.
thinking exactly the same.
There was a sharp intake of air, wasn't there?
So far in front in this leg, she persisted on the 20s, could have gone down for 19 to maybe leave 120. It would have been an easier finish, but plenty of time.
I think she's just looking for the big score. Her finishing has been a little bit untidy, so the quicker that she gets down there, effectively, the more darts she's got at it, because she's not been hitting it first dart all the way through, so... Scoring big and working it out when you get to the end. She's gone back to old school now. No trouble this time.
Winner here faces Sophie McKinley in the final tomorrow.
So the third leg she's set off with a 180.
Yeah.
You can't ask for a better start, can you?
Not struggling with the lie of the dart now. She's got a range absolutely bob on.
She's not hitting those trebles every throw, though, is she? We're seeing a big score and then a steady score. Great darts there from Deta.
Deta just making sure everyone knows there's two in this game.
Yeah, she's still here.
And even at 65, she could be here for a long time to come.
She's a battler. She never gives in. You think you've got the better of her and suddenly she's back, you know, so. She knows how to win games.
All the 19s.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is Deta's preferred route on 114. She always goes the 19s.
Double 16 then. That was a bit dodgy. Nothing wrong with that,
That one
though.
wasn't. Deta's got to be happy with the way she's played this week. She works hard, so preparation perhaps hasn't been as good as it has for some of the other players. She still works full-time, night shifts. And we know she's been plagued with shoulder injuries for several years.
Yeah, she has remarkable longevity. It was a battle against Kirsty Hutchinson in the last 16, and then in the quarterfinals, too strong for the New Zealander Nicole Renault.
I was going to say there's not a lot in it, but that score from Beau has brought her right down to 95. Which way is she going to go?
I'll tell you after the first dart.
That's cheating.
Double 19.
76.
She maybe should have looked at splitting that with Deta being on 180, but I know I wouldn't have done so.
It's these missed darts at double that are creeping in. They'll irritate her.
She snuck that one round the back.
It's an interesting collection of finishes so far from Beau. We've had 36, 148, 13, 20 and 19.
Not keeping it simple then.
No. Going all around the board as well.
She's just showcasing that it doesn't matter what double you leave, she'll have a go at it.
There's Beau's sister Bobby, who is never shy of a camera.
She's Beau's biggest fan, #1 fan.
Yeah, she always accompanies her, and it must be great for Beau to have such a close support network.
Yeah.
She's actually told me before that Beau's her best friend, not just a sister.
Oh, that's really nice. It is great to have somebody that will travel with you, because especially to the extent of travelling that Beau does, it means she's away from home a lot.
The reason she's away from home is because she's tremendous at this sport that we love. Arguably the most natural, talented female player of all time.
Without a doubt. And still only 20 years old.
It's a scary thought.
It's definitely been a day for the younger players so far. That will change with our next game coming up tonight, won't it?
Yeah, the spring chicken Jason Brandon at 49 against, what's he called, Paul Lim. For a 2-0 set advantage going into the break. Beau's beginning to make it look easy.
Welcome back to the WDF World Championships live at Lakeside. We're coming to you on Blaze TV. Lorraine, we're going to have to shout.
I can't even speak. The atmosphere in here is electric tonight.
So good. All right, let's try not to sing along. Okay, we're in the middle of the ladies' second semi-final that we've seen today. Beau Greaves has gone in 2-0 up, but her body language is telling me that she's not happy with her game.
Yeah. She'll be happy that she
She's 2 sets up, but she will not be happy with her performance at all. Not quite sure what's going on. She's getting over the line, but we're seeing missed doubles, missed big numbers. And I think we're just in shock because that's not the sort of thing that we expect to see from Beau.
No, and when I spoke to her earlier and she said, I don't know what's wrong, I'm coming into this tournament, I don't know what's wrong, that'll be playing on her mind up there when she is, because the rest of us are going, she's hit 5 180s, she had that 148 checkout. I'd love to play like that.
Any other player on the planet will be happy to be able to perform like that on the stage.
There's something
she will
up.
not be a happy bunny.
Deta's playing well.
She is.
The entire room, when she was 2 darts into the 170 checkout, the entire room said a collective, go on.
I went.
It would have been lovely for Deta to have a 170
That would
checkout.
have taken the roof off, it really would.
Yeah. The other thing is, Deta took a breath. There was a miscount, and she was right to walk to her table. You just need a little reset, don't you, when that happens?
That's right. Yes, she knew it wasn't right. So you just take that minute and gather yourself again. The score was corrected, and then she knew exactly what she was going for.
Thanks very much, Lorraine. I'm not going to fight with Mariah anymore, so I think we'll go back to the stage and join the ladies again.
That is probably a splendid idea, Helen. You know what else is splendid? Beau scoring 5 180s in the opening 8 legs that we've had so far. She's already doubled her 180 tally from the entire tournament. She'd only hit 3, and now she's hit another 5. However, she's finishing around a quarter of her possible outshots. So that's the area of the game that Beau needs to tidy up. But there are a few players on the planet that can keep up with the scoring power, which means she's getting opportunities. Deta was unlucky in missing the 170, which would have been the highest checkout ever from a ladies player on this stage. That accolade still belongs to Veronika Rihash of Hungary, against Beau, of course, a couple of years ago. Deta's playing well, Lorraine, but even when Beau plays her B game, how on earth do you stop her? Because yes, she's scored brilliantly, she's not been great at closing out legs, but she's still been given the chance to do.
She's a champion, and she finds a way. She knows how to win, but the flip side, so does Deta. So it's all to play for. Deta will stick in to the very end. She will not go down without a fight.
Early signs suggest that the break has not halted the Beau momentum. Nice 140 to begin the third, and in her mind, the final set. She won't be thinking about this one extending to set number 4 and 5.
The break probably came at a good time for Beau as well, because although she was leaving the stage on a positive, going 2-0 up, her body language suggested that she was actually quite negative because she's not happy with the performance. So 5 minutes out the back, cool down, just reset, and then come out and start afresh.
Been a few occasions when the first treble 20 has not been followed up. Instead, it's slipped into the single 1.
Again, that's so unusual for her, because normally, you know, when that first one goes in, the others just follow.
Deta now finding herself in a position. Now she's got to take 154 to potentially hold.
Deta being in that position would have been looking, knowing after the first dart she wasn't going to take it, was to apply as much pressure as possible, because Beau has been slightly dodgy on the doubles. She's got to give herself the best chance possible.
Double 10. 17 darter, and that's around the range of her average at the moment, averaging 88, so she's picked up her performance levels from rounds 1 and 2.
I think 88's pretty steady, don't you?
I'd take it.
We're saying, oh, this is a B game. I think it can be so deceiving because it's not flashy score after big score after flashy score. It's a bit mishmash, isn't it? But that average is still up there, which is superb.
Well, I mean, in comparison with her highest ever recorded average, it's probably a D game. She's had a couple of 113.43s.
Thankfully, I've not been on the back of one of those. Yeah, she had a very good average on the Motor Super Series, didn't she, against a certain, was it Kevin Painter?
Yes. I believe so, yeah. Was that 114?
I think it might have been. That is springing to mind.
Right now, she's doing more than enough. It almost feels like that 170 attempt from Deta scared Beau into life. And that's the same leg where she was going for 13, bust 12, and tidied up. Since then, opportunities have been extremely limited for Deta.
Notice when Deta got on the stage, of course, she comes on to hot. She was wafting her face saying it's hot, and that was before she'd thrown a dart, so she must certainly be feeling the heat up there now.
This would be a red hot checkout.
Oh, she loves double 19. Oh, great effort there from Deta. She's put that pressure. And rightly so. Back Deta comes, 38. They look to be blocking. Moved across slightly. What a fight!
That's why she does love double 19.
And a break of throw.
I agree with you, Lorraine. I thought the two darts were blocking, because she does use quite chunky barrels.
They're quite
she?
bulbous, aren't they? I like a chunky barrel.
Beau's got a much more standard setup with the long point, which we see loads of younger players using.
more and more of the players are wanting the longer points now. It just opens that bed up when you hit a treble. Beautifully demonstrated there. You could have probably got at least 9 or 12 darts in that treble there.
Ends the drought. She'd gone 2 whole legs without a 180.
Shame on her. Well, even a maximum won't bring Deta down to a finish. It's a great score, just brings her back into it. Oh yes, double 10. She'll be back.
Wouldn't have brought her back into it for long. Oh, close to landing another massive combination.
It was sitting wrong and she moved right across the hockey, didn't she? Pulled it low. Again, Deta should be looking to apply as much pressure as possible.
Trouble at the double.
Do you think she'll go the 19th route for the 108? I don't.
And that is why you're best.
Yeah, she finds it just the other side of the wire from where she found the double 15 before. Those pesky wires, they're always in the way, aren't they?
There's a real atmospheric din in Lakeside this evening. We are close to a sellout. In fact, I think we are sold out tonight and sold out tomorrow night for finals day.
It is absolutely buzzing in here tonight.
But there's been great levels of respect and order from the crowds. There's always something you want to see. Brilliant last start.
Yeah, she had to have her sights on hitting the 180 there to leave the tops to go out. It's just a little tap on the shoulder from Deta here, saying, not quite done yet. Last dart, that unlucky deflection.
Is that a parting shot?
Tops for the match. And there it is.
Well, did we really expect anything different? For the third year in a row, Beau Greaves is a Lakeside finalist. She has not dropped a set all tournament, and she is looking to complete a brilliant hat-trick. Sophie McKinley of Scotland awaits her in tomorrow's final. It was businesslike as ever from Beau. Bobby loves it, as do the Lakeside crowd. They're going to be seeing Beau in action in tomorrow's final.